Hello everyone, watch this review here where they look at Jump Shot Shockwave from the Transformers Bot Shots line. Hasbro recently decided to sort of shake things up by, I guess, adding in new gimmicks to the line. In this case, some figures will jump, some will spin as they transform. I guess it's very cool for the kids. Now, either as a side effect to sort of needing to change the designs to make them more functional for the gimmicks, or maybe they decide to update the sculpting, we also do get sort of new molds, which is a huge plus considering so many of the robot modes kind of looked alike. So I mean, it's definitely awesome that we are sort of seeing a change there. Also, if you look at the packaging, they got rid of the really cool, sort of cute artistic look for the characters, like the cartoony style. Instead we have like this 3D thing, such as with their little online game, which I still haven't tried out or anything. But it functions basically the same way, where you crush the two together to trigger a gimmick, and then, I guess for game rules, if it doesn't fully transform, then you automatically lose, and, if it does transform, you match stuff up, but I don't really play that, so I've got no clue of the specifics, like if rock beats paper, what have you. At any rate, Series 1 consists of 4 figures. Shockwave here, Ironhide, Bumblebee, and the Superbot. In this case, it's just a reissue. Well, actually, no, it's Sunstorm, but he's just a reissue in clear translucent or transparent plastic of the Seeker mold, so not as cool as the new stuff, but yeah, I guess sooner or later we will see a revamped Seeker as well. At any rate, hold on a second and I'll get him out of pack. As previously mentioned, this is a new sculpt, but at the same time it's a lot more than that. This is also something of a new style. It's, I guess, more cartoony, more exaggerated, more of a caricature than the previous versions. I mean, there was something of a realism to them where, maybe they were super deformed, but, the proportions more or less looked correct on some levels, where the heads were, I don't know, something about this just looks kind of off to me. But at the same time, it's really cool that you do have the proper Shockwave arm here and stuff, and the robot mode does have a lot more going for it. This, of course, being the previous Shockwave, at least in one of the 3 packs. Now, to transform into vehicle mode, you have to flip the arms around and push the body in. It's a pretty cool, bizarre looking futuristic tank thingy. I do kind of like the gold purple on this, but I don't like the gold purple on the robot mode. I very much prefer sort of the silver purple than the gold eye, as opposed to the sort of reverse that we have here. At any rate, this is a pretty cool looking tank. Now, the one sort of problem I've had with this one so far is it doesn't seem to transform all that easily. I don't know if it's just, well, I mean, it's not even that it's like not compatible with the previous ones. Like, I'll slam it into objects and it just doesn't do it as readily. Yeah, and that time he actually does, and makes me out to look like a liar. But like before, I was just messing around with it, and I couldn't even get the stupid thing to transform. But I don't know, maybe it's just with how much force you sort of transform them. Isn't that the fun of bot shots, though? They just keep popping. They can't seem to stay transformed to the vehicle mode half the time. Let's try that one more time. So yeah, apparently I'm crazy. But I mean, otherwise, it's sort of a cool direction to sort of take the line. Granted, the gimmick doesn't seem to work all that properly. I have yet once to get him to sort of spin, flip, and then do a proper transformation. He always either ends up on the face or the side or something. I suppose the older ones who, at least part of the time, I seem to get them to stand up straight. See? Whereas opposed to this, hits is every which wild thing. I mean, I guess that definitely adds a bit of challenge to the game if you played it, because you know, it just won't work all that well. But at any rate, you know, the line is kind of promising as display pieces. You know, these are a lot cooler than what we were getting before on some levels. I mean, granted, I do like aspects of the general style of these, but you know, I do appreciate the fact that we're going to start to, or presumably start to have like more individualized sculpts and you know elements that sort of distinguish these things. Because you know, when you had a bunch of them on the shelf, kind of blended in, kind of blended in. But this has been a look at the Jump Shot Shockwave from the new series. I think there's one wave of the single packs out. There are a bunch of like larger sets, so a lot of stuff to look out for. Until next time, folks.